If I did it 2 times, it is already.
Oh, why did you just click there? It is recording.
And I don't want to keep it here. Out. So, if you are interested to know what are these Puranas, this, that, these are for introduction. Good introduction, short, but giving you knowledge. Now, what are Mura Bhakti and its consequences. Page number 4. Mura Bhakti. Mura Bhakti is what? Most unique result of the Bhagavad definition of Bhakti as mental absorption in Ishvara is a doctrine of Mudha Bhakti. Mudha Bhakti. Mudha. 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 Hey, what is that going on?
No, I was just watching that if it is translating.
That's right.
Like echo in here.
Mudha Bhakti. Mudha, no, Mudha. Mudha. They go to the 80 page 4 at the bottom. No, not 4. Where I'm turned. Dude, I'm wrong. I jumped so much. Now I was to start here today. That's why my page mark went there. Achha. Now Mahapurana, what is called Mahapurana, 18 Mahapuranas are there, as we read in page 2 under bottom. And Mahapuranas, and they call the Upapuranas. Upapuranas mean subdivision. And the subdivision of this Purana. Purana is the ancient story, we call the epics. No? Many stories will be there. It may not be really that what has happened. It may be some history type, or someone can create some story. That is called the Purana. And their principal feature. What is the principal feature of the Purana and this content? All Puranas on page 3, with exception of a few like Markandeya Purana, etc., are more or less sectarian in nature. Why? Because someone or another cult godlike, they create Vishnu. As a Vedanta, we say Vishnu is all pervaded one. No. But this cult will be say, no, the four-armed Narayana is the all, and you have to obey him and him only. So this type of followers of them become cultish, little. Like the Vishnu, Shiva cult, Shakti cult. But you come to Vedanta of Ramakrishna, yes, Shakti is good, Shiva is good, but they are all, the background is one. But here, the followers become cultists. That's why they cannot tolerate others. So any cult, dualistic religion are almost become cultists, falling in the hand of immature people. Those who are mature in the bhakti, they break all the barriers. They don't care for what is your Shiva bhakti or Shakti bhakti or whatever. They see the oneness there. But for the students, to adhere to their own faith, they become very cultish. That's why Swami Vivekananda said that these people are very friendly and lovable to their own group. But if some other group, they are very, the same way they are revengeful and very intolerant about them. You are a Shiva Bhakta, I am a Shiva Bhakta. We are good friends. But if you are then Vaishnava and I am Shiva, my God, they go to stop the nostril. No, there is a story. There is a Shiva and Vishnu. The two gods were there, and the devotee was putting some incense, and he was the devotee of probably anyhow either of the two, and the incense was moving like this and going towards the nostril of Vishnu. So he went and stopped the nostril. It is not for you. It is for the. These are stories are there. That means they become little fanatic. Fanatic. They think that my God is only God, and that should be what I worship, not anything. But Hanuman's bhakti is the best. Hanuman bhakti says, Srinathe, I know Rama the Lord of Mother Sita, Janaki, and the Lord Narayana, the Lakshmi's husband. There are not two people. Abheda Paramatmane, Srinathe, we chant in the Ramnam time. Srinathe Janaki Nathe, Abheda Paramatmani. They know Abhed. I know heart of my heart. That Srinath and the Narayana and Rama, they're all same. Because same God has come down. But Tathapi, yet, is my personal thing. I love the appearance in the form of Rama more than that of Narayana. So this is called a person of knowledge who can understand this. I like Rama, it's my personal choice. But I know they're all same. And now, so we have turned the pages like that. I don't want to go back. You can turn the pages in your own time. Huh?
Okay.
And I will jump up to run to page 52.
So fast.
It is nothing. If we go there, then it will take 1 year. Now, Vajay. So we have gone on page 50. If you turn the page 50, that chapter is very important. It is called Vidvesha Bhakti. Bhakti, the devotion, but that devotion is based on confrontation, animosity. I hate. This is the uniqueness. Bhakti means love for God, no? Love for God for what? Want to see God. But if you hate God, then also you can see God. If you love God, then you can see God. That's true. But if you hate God, then also you can get God.
Like Ravana.
That is the story. Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, all these giants, they actually day and night thinking, oh, Krishna is my enemy. He is born, oh, he may kill me, I will kill him. So always, and he is born probably, now it is born. It is said Kamsa could not sleep day and night thinking that when that baby is born. And that's why he took all measures to destroy all the other children. Eighth child would kill. That was the divine voice. But Kamsa did not give it any scope. Who knows? The first child may kill also. So he killed every child. And thinking day and night, Krishna, probably Krishna is born. Krishna is born. Even obsessed, no? People get obsessed. So even thinking in that way, you get abesha. You get absorption in God. That's why the word is there, page 50. Vidvesha Bhakti. And with this, always hating, thinking that he's my enemy, I'll have to kill him. He may be born now, he may come to kill now. Night time he could not sleep. That time also thinking. And if you love somebody, you can forget also sometimes. But you are always worried that somebody is going to kill you, you cannot forget that person. If someone makes a plot that you know that somebody is making a plot to kill me, and then fear will be haunting in such a way, thinking, oh, who is coming? Oh, probably he is coming. All the time thinking, you create that image at your mind. That means your mind is getting saturated with what?
God.
Your God. Because it is God. If it is not God, then it is different. That's why it is said you love God in whatever way you like. You can hate God, then also you realize God. You can love God, you can get realize God.
Like Kunti when she said to Krishna, I just want sorrow so I don't forget you.
Right. That's it. I mean, every moment he is my friend, Krishna can protect me. Krishna. There's love, out of love. But it is out of fear. There are stories. Shankar, friends, with a friendship, you think of the friend day and night, or thinking of your friend, dearest friend. You can, because God is your, you made your friend as God. Then by that process you realize God.
But this God
Shakka.
thing is your understanding of God, like that. Because Duryodhan also was having
No, he was not thinking as God.
God, like
He was not thinking of God. But he also got God realization. Why? Because he, in a way, he was thinking of Krishna. And that's why he wanted Krishna's help. But he was fool. He didn't accept Krishna, but accepted the power of Krishna. Arjuna and Duryodhana both went to Lord Krishna. And Arjuna sat humbly at the feet, near the feet. And Lord Narayana, Sri Krishna was resting. And he, the egotistic person, Duryodhana, he found a chair. He took that chair and sat near the head. So when first Sri Krishna woke up, he saw first, I goes where? This way. Hey, Arjuna, when did you come? And by that time, he said, first I will be on that line, who I see first. And now, and he got, I am here. But you say, okay, oh, what's the matter? Why both of you are here? Now, Arjuna said, I want you to be with me in my war. This war is upcoming war. You should be with me. And he said, you should be with me. Both are demanding the same thing. Then Krishna was intelligent, more intelligent than anyone. He said, okay, now who will take me? Literally, because both of you have come, so I will give you all my powers. I will give 18, 18 Okkahini Saini. Okkahini means a number, huge number of soldiers who will be walking on the foot, walking on the trained with the horses, trained with the elephant, how to walk. And there's a host of number you can find in some book. How many thousands makes one such group? 18 times that I will give you. And they are all my soldiers. No one can kill them. If they kill, and then again will be reborn or something. So who wants that? And Duryodhana said, I like to have 18,000 or 18 times that host of soldiers. And Duryodhana said, Arjuna said, I don't want anybody. You be with me, that's enough. So that's a big choice, no? Big choice. On page 52, just above the next Jnana Bhakti or Bhagavat Uttama Bhakti. Above that, the last paragraph we said that for indifference and superficiality have nothing in common with the concentration and absorption in God. Desha Bhakti conclude. I'm just reading the last paragraph. It should be noted that spiritual indifference, shallow atheism, and superficial agnosticism, the pitiable attitudes of many worldling and so-called intellectuals in spiritual matters, has nothing to do with the Viddesha Bhakti concept of the Bhagavad. He's explaining why those who actually create that sense of indifference or hatred towards God, why they are so glorious. Because it is not our ordinary indifference, but it is indifference centered around Krishna. So anything you do with God, then that becomes valuable. You love, human love. You do the same love with God, then it becomes uplifting. The whole scripture suggests about that Radha's devotion to Krishna, no? Such holy, and thousands of people lived in that consciousness. So, for indifference and superficiality have nothing in common with concentration and absorption of God, which are presupposed in the conception of Viddesha Bhakti. Further elaboration of this will be found in future in Bhakti Ratnavali, in the sixth chapter of the book. Now, he's talking about another bhakti, what is called Jnana Bhakti. Jnana Bhakti. Bhakti associated with knowledge. So, second point is that, what is that? Another implication of the Bhagavata definition of bhakti is that jnana and knowledge has got a much more important place in it than in the conceptions of Narada and Sandilya. Curiosity, the genesis of the quest for knowledge, is as much as an urge of the soul as any other passion, though it is cold, calculating in its own operation. Gita therefore recognizes Jigyashu is the inquirer, is also Bhakta. So he is saying that Bhakta, those who are inquirer in the Vedantic way or analyzing, they are also Bhakta. Right? They are called Jnani Bhakta. In the Gita, 4 categories have been mentioned, that they are all my Bhakta. What are they all Bhakta? Artha, who is in difficulty, calls upon God. Artha, Jigyashu, who wants to know what is God, where is God. This is the Jnani, Jigyashu. Jnani or Artha, Jigyashu, Arthati. Arthati means in this world he needs money, he is in constrained situation, calling upon God, oh Lord, this is, please help me with, or money or wealth, even asking for money or wealth from God, that becomes spiritual. And Krishna says, they are also my devotee. If you go to pray to God in your difficult situation for money, it is not bad, because you are praying to God. And that's a bhakti. You love him, that's why you are going to him. Otherwise, you could go to another person to ask for. But when you are going in difficulties, health difficulties or monetary difficulties, so they are also considered bhakta. And jnani. Jnani means who has already attained knowledge or who is practicing knowledge, that also. So jnani is also another bhakti. They can be called bhakta. Swami Vivekananda, when he's talking about Atman, Brahman, Shankaracharya, when he's talking about I am Atman, is it bhakti or it is jnana? Yes, it is jnana, but unless that bhakti for God is there, why he will think that way, I am not the body. But that God is not the personal God. For Shankaracharya, God is not the personal God, it is the impersonal, absolute. That's why it's God, but God the person. There are big discussion. Anyhow, on page 53, first paragraph, I cannot go through all the stanza, paragraphs also. Just to run. And if you are in, you can read it yourself. Later theoreticians on Bhakti have described this form of devotion as Shanta Bhakti, or devotion of the peaceful mood. Peaceful means this Shanta Bhakti is Shanto, Dasso, Shakha. These are the 5. Shanta means peaceful. And it is a sannyasi's attitude. There's a Jnana attitude. Sannyasis are Jnanis. They want to see God everywhere, no? One consciousness permeates everywhere. On that perspective, it is called a bhakti. And that bhakti is Shanta. Categorically, you can say Shanta Bhakti, or it is called the bhakti of a man of non-dual practitioner. They are practicing, or even you say, is trying to see God everywhere. Everywhere God is not a person. He is not person, one person sitting here, another person sitting here. It is not like that. It is the one. The same thing here, same thing there, same thing there. So they are called Jnana Bhakti. But it is not, next paragraph you see, but the Bhagavad is against pure intellectualism as means for attaining the spiritual goal. But Jnana does not mean dry Jnana. Jnana means knowledge. Knowledge does not mean that it is a dry intellectualism. It is connecting with God, seeing God is everywhere. That's an intense attraction for knowing that truth comes in the path of Jnana also. So he is suggesting this is also path, and that also fall under the category of bhakti, the Jnana bhakti. Now, third on page 54, that is called the Mudha bhakti and its uniqueness. What is that? Let us see. A third and perhaps the most unique result of the Bhagavata definition of bhakti, তাকে বলে mudha. Mudha means mugdha. It is bewildered or it is absorbing bhakti. Mental absorption in Ishvara. That again, come. It is not the non-dual, but it is Ishvara. Ishvara means, you know what is Ishvara? Definition of Ishvara? No, God the absolute. Absolute, when takes the Maya and comes to the mood of creation, he is called Ishvara. He is the creator God, sustainer God, destroyer God. So that is the Ishvara. So if one loves that Ishvara, there. Above was the Jnani, thinking that he permeates everywhere. I love that reality. Not this, not this, not this, not the body, not the mind, not the sun, not the moon, not the star, not earth, not matter. It is all cut out, cut out, cut out. I am that. No, that's a bhakti. And that's again Jnana bhakti. Now come one step down is the Ishvara, he who creates. The first practice, there is nothing. The world is not there, nothing is there. If I see that, no, not this, I want that. That's the bhakti. You love that. That's why you are rejecting all these things. People love something, and that's why he rejects so many things. Love means I want that. That means you reject others. So here, second in Mudha bhakti is the bhakti of that standard, love for Ishvara, who creates, sustains and maintains. Is a Mudha bhakti, or devotion without the aid of knowledge. There is no knowledge aid. Aid means absolute knowledge is not there. In place of being based on consideration of God's majesty and excellence or any other idea of dispassion for the world, this kind of love has its source and sustenance in the same, that God is mine. Madhusudana, the great Advaita philosopher and later day theoretician on Bhakti school, has remarked in a verse, I am his, he is mine, I am he. Devotion takes these three forms according to the maturity of one's spiritual striving. It's a very scholarly introduction. You can know so much if you want to know. So he says that this love, God is great. I worship God, who is the Lord of the universe, who is sitting in the high heaven in the throne. Like that type of devotion starts. This is takes one to more and more absorption and absorption and absorption in God, ultimately. And that, to think that God, I belong to him. I belong to him, he belongs to me. That type of devotion, as devotion grows, your union, your relationship changes. First relationship, in human relationship also, people get attracted to the glory of the person. Oh, he's beautiful looking. Okay, that one characteristic. Huh? And then you say, no, oh, he is expert in science. He is expert in this. He is as much glory of the person you know, your love grows and grows at the beginning. But when you really grow in love, say after marriage, before marriage you can make friendship and see how great you are, ha ha, hoo hoo. Huh? So for God also the same thing. Ha ha, oh Lord, you are so great. Ha ha, God, you have created this sun, moon, stars. Ha ha ha. And then when you come closer and closer to God by that type of relationship, after marriage, then you say, hey, you do the dishes. I have cooked. Go. Or you bring me a cup of tea. You prepare a cup of tea, give it to me. Because it is love has grown. It is not destroying the love. It is a mature state of love than the first love. First love was, oh my God, I should have to behave properly. I should, oh, my friend is coming. I should to make the table very nicely, organize the spoons and forks, and then preparing this and that. As a guest, first love was for a guest person who I love. And guest becomes host ultimately when love grows and grows and grows.
Sure.
Huh? Huh? Now it is human, but it goes to God. This is an example how we also can grow that type of relationship with God. That is the point. Right? And Madhusudan, who was a Advaita Vedanta philosopher, primarily, he was saturated with bhakti at the end. And he says that I am his, he is mine, and then ultimately I am he. Huh? The Vaishnava, Sri Chaitanya's beautiful words. Na so Ramana, na so Ramani, duhumili eka peshalajani. It is in Chaitanya's one of the great idea. Na so Ramana. First love was going, I am the beloved of Krishna. And he is my beloved. I am woman, he is my husband, Madhura Bhava or whatever. But now, at this point of experience, I am no more a woman. He is no more my beloved Lord. Duhumili eka. This distinction has collapsed. Ekala. It has become one and one only. And there is no separation between it. That's Advaita. Loving God from a distance. Love, 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 love. Yet still, what Bhakta says, Bhakta wants to not to be united with God, but they want to enjoy the bliss. So, but at the mature state, you cannot keep any separation. It will be sucked into that reality. You and the beloved will be one. And that time, that's called Jivatma, Paramatma. Boom. The bird, boom, putting the mouth, big mouth, and the lower bird, boom, enters into the beak of the bird. And where is the lower bird gone? Lower bird is not there anymore. So this is the bhakti. This is also another level of movement. So he is mentioning that. Absa mudha bhakti mudha. Mudha bhakti means that vimukta bhakti. His devotion takes these three forms according to the maturity of one's spiritual striving. It happens in life. If one loves God and moves, they will ultimately reach this oneness with the beloved. It looks that in the view of the Bhagavata, I am his, he is mine, need not necessarily follow in this order, but can, on the other hand, proceed independently and reach the Unitarian consciousness, represent what I am he. Anyhow, I have discussed that point. The uniqueness of Bhagavata on page 55, paragraph. The uniqueness of Bhagavata consists in its specialization in depicting this form of divine love through the life of Krishna and his relations with various devotees. His inhabitants of the Broja knew him, his extraordinary achievement, that Krishna was divine, but the feeling that he is our child. Someone, they know Krishna is God, but still they forget. Mother is to forget. Yashoda is to think, oh, what is happening? Oh, this demon will come to kill. Always trying to protect. Some in the child relationship, friend relationship, our friend, our lover, etc., dominated over the senses of his greatness. When they think in the relationship, then they are not attracted with the majesty of the Lord. How powerful is Krishna, how Narayana rules the world, how he creates the world. Those does not please it. When the relationship comes, this power part goes away. Given an example, one Swami gave an example. Well, you know how relationship creates the power part goes away. Suppose one falls in love with a judge or a big police officer. And a big police officer is big police officer for the other people. What about the wife? Big police officer, big judge, Supreme Court judge, maybe whatever you are, to your wife, to your relation, what are you? Most of the children will say, Dad, you are backdated. Hurry, he's talking to his father, who is the topmost person honored in the society as Supreme Court judge. Is it not? When relationship grows, this majesty part is ignored. So loving God with majesty, it may starting point. But when love grows into it and you go closer to God, you are no more attracted with the glorious part of it, but you are attracted more on the spiritual theme of it. Suppose any person, very high-ranking person comes, we stand in awe and reverence, no? But they may be getting scolding from his wife every day. Hey, you do this nonsense, that is this. Or the husband gets to the wife like that. But the point is that so long you are worshipping that person as his majestic person, with his glory, with his power, what is he, then you are separated. But when that part dissolves, that means your love has grown in such a way, you are not afraid of his glory. You love that person.
Like that mosquito is telling the bull that I traveled you, I'm sorry. Mosquito is thinking the bull is same level of strength.
Yeah, that is you can utilize in different ways under which context you use that word. Yeah, you can think that the gross example is this. I know. I have seen a top mathematician. He remains absorbed in his doing math and things, no? And his children will be cutting jokes about his dad. He always does like that. He forgets this, he keeps it here. What is this? Is this? Hurry! He's one of the honored, most Nobel laureate maybe in the world. But to their close relationship, they see it, they don't look at the glory side. Their love has developed. This is the emphasis for our understanding about bhakti, that when you love God out of fear, all religions started with the fear idea. Oh, God, God will be punisher. God, thunderbolt. Oh, God is angry. In primitive idea, God is angry. That torrential rain is coming. Flood is happening. All these things. Oh, God is angry. No, from fear. Then you start growing into love. Christ uh, make this relationship from fearful God to loving God. And all religions, if you go the history of the all religions, it started with fear, majesty, power. He will kill me. Oh Lord, even in the Upanishad it says, Ma Hingsi, don't hate us. Oh Lord, please. Why God will hate you? Because hate is in the mind. He's putting hate means they may kill me. No, please protect me. I will give you some animal sacrifice. I will give this. Please don't do harm to me. It's like negotiating with a angry person or bad person. Okay, I give you this much. Don't disturb us, sir. But when the love goes, it is totally different. Grows in that way gradually. Then distinction all falls away, and then you forget the glory. You only serve, love, and do. So that is the absorption. Page 56, last paragraph. See, the devotees, just above line about the paragraph start. If they you put for the devotees or gopis, they never learn the Vedas. These gopis, they have no knowledge of intelligence. They never served any teacher. They practiced no austerity. Their household wife, maintaining their family duties and all responsibilities. No, they never served any teacher. They practiced no austerity, but by association with the holiness, they attain to me. That is Bhagavat. And that continues. Lust, anger, fear, affection, friendship, sense of oneness, whichever sentiment man entertains towards God, Hari, he will attain to him through that. That means in your life, towards God, you have any relationship you want to see. He is my father. He is my master. I am the servant. Ramakrishna said, I am the child of the Lord. This in this iron age, this is the best attitude, pure attitude, mother and the child. So he practiced himself that way. But if others also practice in another way, but if it's for God, then it will release the person from bondage. The gopis through lust. This is another verse, Bhagavat. It is 10.29.15. This is the reference of the book, original book, Bhagavat book. 10th book, then 29th chapter of that, and the verse number 15. And now he says that gopis realized God. How? Through lust. Kamsa realized through fear, day and night, fearful. Shishupalo, through enmity. The Vrishnis, the followers of the clan of Vishnu, by clannishness, because they belong to the same family. They realized God, identifying, I belong to this family. The Pandavas through affection, and the sages through devotion attained to him. That means they have different attitude towards God, but because it is towards God, by that they realized God. Again, Bhagavata, contradicting Narada's dictum, as it were, puts in the mouth of the Krishna himself. Hundreds of women attend to me, the Supreme Brahman, though not knowing my real nature, but loving me as a paramar in whom they took delight. This is also 11th book, 12 verse 13, 12 chapter 13 verse. So if you read those things, it will be much more enjoyable. The description of these relationships is talking. This is this 10th chapter, what we are reading now of this book. It started from the 54, 55. It is going on. So what it means that the relationship, you can love God with some relationship. Master servant, as I said, mother, son, son looking after mother. That attitude also. God is my mother. God is my father. God is my child. God is my friend. So, taking all these relationships, the description of these relationships in the Bhagavad, though centering upon Krishna, will therefore resemble very much the depiction of our human love. The most noteworthy of these being the highly erotic poetry employed in the description of the relation between Krishna and the Gopikas of Vrindavan as between a paramar and his beloved. In certain places, actually, if you read the Bhagavad, that's why it is said Bhagavad should not be read by anyone and everyone. It is such a high book of pure love of the gopis. People make a understanding about as if it is our human love. Because all the descriptions, if you read, even Jayadev's quotes are there. Jayadev is chanting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to go to Samadhi, seeing the Jayadev's that verse. What is called Jayadev? What is that verse? Swami Vivekananda. In a book we are reading, learning love for Swami Vivekananda. And the description, the ordinary mind, no one is going to talk about gopis. This love of that. No one should talk about gopis or the love of gopis unless he is a wonderful lady. will make it instigated wrong motion, acceleration of that, and live an immoral life like that. And it saved my life personally. And you went to Ambassa, but you see most of these people in the life, Krishna, Radha, Krishna, life is it, but then you ladies sing, they're all young men, young women, this is the after Sundas, is the real thing, it must be about it. When you're the real thing, they're all 10 years, 9 years, 8 years, and one lady boy is singing this people. And in those days, the living is really cool. You know, your mind is hollow, is free from all pollution. They will show that their love is divine. They were already even. Ramakrishna said they were, in the previous life, they are all sages, and all God realized language. But to express to them, they have been born, only to understand, experience the ecstatic love of God. And that's why Rama has to come in the form of Krishna again. That is the so this is the warning. To read these books, we should have to lift our mind in a different level, understand. Otherwise, people make why the medium of erotic poetry is used. These are all explanation there. Then the 12th chapter. There's a bhakti as the fifth purushartha. Bhakti, so 4 goals of life. What are the 4 goals? Dharma, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, they are the 4 goals of you. But it's called the 5th goal, bhakti. To attain love for God, to cry for God. What a joy is there. Those who really cry for God, meditate and pray to God, and really tears come down. You see, is there any parallel of the joy of that divine joy, ecstatic love, pure love? So next day, you can read little bit. It is very interesting. You can go on reading. It's very rewarding, intellectually rewarding, as also it gives the inner meaning of this devotion. What is the devotion? It is not an ordinary superficial love, but it is the deepest love for seeing God. And that attitude is too high. Okay, so we end here and can have some.
You want us to read as these paragraphs, or
You can just read yourself, and we are again next we meet. It is a rewarding book.
Would you like me to put an email to the class that we have now using this book?
We have started this book, written by this, available in the book or in Amazon.com. The book is available in Amazon.com.
Amazon.com.
Online they can get it.
Oh yeah.
This book, yeah.
But why don't we sell it here? We don't profit if they sell it here.
Oh,
if we say
but
buy it here.
more. How many people will know? Amazon, everyone can browse through.
Say it's
You can it's available here as also in the.
Acha.
And now those who are our regular devotees, they can purchase from here. Amazon. Go and prepare a cup of tea. Oh, acha, it